Good morning, children. In today's class, we are going to study some basic practices of crop production. So, in last class, we have studied what is crop production and the types of crop production in India. Means it's like a Rabi season and Kharif season. So now, in order to raise a crop, means we have to cultivate a crop successfully and profitably. See why we are doing the cultivating crop? To make it healthy, we have to get a proper food, correct or not? And which is what we can say, which needs to give some kind of profit for food production, correct or not? That is the main aim why the farmers are cultivating the different kind of crops, because they will get food from that, and also they will get some profit from that by selling to some others. That is the main race to generate the income. So in order to raise a crop successfully and profitably for food production, a farmer has to perform a large number of tasks in a sequence, correct or not? Means one after other, one after other, he need to do a different kind of tasks, because crop is not a such a substance that today if you'll plant, tomorrow it won't give the yield, because it will take certain period of time. So in that period of time, understanding, we have to follow certain kind of instructions, and along with some kind of tasks in a sequence order, then only we will get it, make it crop successfully and even profitable. Is it correct or not? Yes. So if you need to make your cultivate your crop successfully and profitably, understanding the various tasks performed by a farmer to produce a good crop, are able to understanding, to produce a good crop, are called agriculture practices. Agriculture, understanding, agriculture practices means, what is the meaning of agriculture practices? Whatever the tasks, means the different kind of tasks performed by a farmer to produce a good crop, means which is having a required every kind of, what you can say, that it is not having any kind of diseased crop and all, it is which is healthy, which will give all the required nutrients to what we can say, that ours humans, understand, and which will give you little bit more money, means profitable by selling to others, like that, means which will produce a good crop, understand, are called agriculture practices. So the various agriculture practices which are carried out, understanding, at various stages of crop production are, first thing is, we have to prepare the soil properly, understanding, means preparation of soil. What is the first step? First one is preparation of soil, means we have to make the soil. We'll study everything in detail. You just remember the various steps, stages of crop production are. First one is what? Preparation of soil. We'll study one by one in detail. Okay, preparation of soil. Next one is sowing. Understand? Sowing means what? Planting the seeds or planting the small trees and all. That is called sowing. Next one is adding manure and fertilizers. Adding manure and fertilizers. See, we know that manure means organic matter, decomposition of organic matter like a cow dung, and understanding, animal dung, and fertilizers means which is manufactured by human, understanding. So next one is, see, why we are adding manure and fertilizers? To provide the required nutrients or required essential nutrients to plants to grow healthy, understand. So next one is irrigation. What is irrigation? Means supply amount of water and all, how much you need to supply, when we have to supply, this all the things under irrigation. Like that, removal of weeds. Remember, removal of weeds. Weeds means unnecessary plants. Weeds means what? Unnecessary plants, understand. Like that, next one is harvesting. harvesting, and the last one is, these are the 7 various kinds of stress. Next one is storage of food grains. What is storage? Storage is also important. Understanding storage of food grains. Food grains. So these are the 7. Understanding 7 various kinds of, understand, the various agriculture practices which are carried out at various stages of crop production. Understand? So along with that, we are having is like what I'm saying, that in addition to these regular agriculture practices, one more agriculture practice called rotation of crops. What it is? These are the common things, and along with that, one more it is there, that is rotation of crops. Rotation of crops. So what is going to happen? What is the meaning of rotation of crops? Means to undertaken sometimes to improve the fertility of soil and increase the crop yield. Means same kind of crop, if you are cultivating the same land, means it may lagging the nutrients and all. Means after a few years, if you are using the same kind of what we can say crop in the same field, then the crop may not get the same kind of nutrients from the soil, because the reformation means the required nutrients, it needs to time to reform again in the soil. So that is the called as rotation of crops. Means we have to rotate the crops alternatively. Means we have to change the different kind of crops in the same kind of field. Understand? So rotation of crops is undertaken sometimes to improve the fertility of soil and increase the crop yield. Increase the crop yield. Understand? So the various agriculture practices require certain tools and implements. Understanding? Implements means that what we can say machinery. Understanding? Implements which are called agriculture implements. What we used to call? For doing this all, understanding, for preparation of soil, sowing, addition of manure and fertilizers, irrigation, removal of weeds, harvesting, and storage of food and all. These are all the things. The various agriculture practice, along with what? Rotation of crops also. So everything, the various agriculture practices, they required a certain kind of tools, or else we can call it as implements. Tools or implements. Implements or tools, which are we used to call as agriculture implements. Agriculture, because these are the tools which is useful in cultivating crops. That is why they are called as agricultural implements. So now we will describe all the agriculture practices in detail to know, understand how food is produced on a very large scale. How food is produced in a very large scale. Understand? So now, what is our first various kinds of steps to produce a crop production? That is, a basic practices is, first one is preparation of soil. What it is? Preparation of soil. You just keep heading preparation of soil and you just remove remaining all the things, because we will study one by one in detail. Understand? So what is the first one? So the first basic practices is preparation of soil. So the upper layer of soil, we know that the upper layer of earth is called as soil. If we take the different kind of, we know that different kind of layers of earth we have studied in class 7th soil chapter. So if we take the upper layer, this upper layer of the earth is called as soil. Are you able to understand? Upper layer of the earth is called as soil. So the crop plants are grown in this layer of the earth, that is only we can call it as soil. So here only crop plants will grow. Crop plants will grow. Are you able to understand? So why these crop plants are growing in this upper layer of the earth? Because this soil, the soil which is present in the upper layer, will provides minerals. Water, understood, and air, along with that humus. So we have studied what is humus. Humus is a what? Humus is an, understanding, a decomposition of plant leaves and plant bodies. Understand? That is called as humus, which is a very good fertile for the crop production. Understand? Humus and understanding. Anchorage, we can call it as ANCHORAG. Anchorage means fixing firmly, understand, and anchorage to the plants. Anchorage to the plants. Anchorage to the plants. So what is the meaning of anchorage? Fixing firmly in the soil means comfortably plants can settle in the soil. That is only called as anchorage. Fixing firmly. Firmly means happily they can, like, suppose if you feel some kind of sofa and all, you will relax, understanding smoothly, because it will make you comfort. Happily you can sit like that. This anchorage, soil only will provide, allows the plants to fixing firmly, along with the providing minerals, water, air, humus. Understand? So the preparation of soil is the first step in cultivating a crop for what is the main production, main process of this all the things, that is for food production or crop production. Understand? So the soil is prepared for sowing the seeds of the crop, understanding, by in a different ways. In that, first one is ploughing. What is the first one? First one is ploughing. So we know that ploughing we have done in different kind of ways. That is all we'll study in detail. So if you want to sowing the seeds, sowing the seeds is what? Second step. Understanding? Now what is the first step? Preparation of soil. If you want to sowing the seeds, understanding, you have to prepare the soil, understanding, for the crop by different kind of ways. In that, that is what? First one is ploughing, and the second one is leveling. Understanding? Second one is what? Leveling. And the next one, third one is, see, this all under what? Preparation of soil only for sowing the seeds. The next one is manuring. Manuring means adding the required manures. Understanding? Now each one of these steps has its own significance. Remember, sir, I may eliminate ploughing or else leveling or manuring. That is not possible, because each step is having its own significance. Understanding? So now we will study what is the importance, what is the significance of ploughing, leveling, and manuring. Now if it comes to ploughing, what is the meaning of ploughing? Ploughing means the process of loosening and turning the soil, means making this like a upper soil will be going down and down soil will go to up, like the turning we can call. Understand? So the ploughing is a, understanding, the process of loosening. What it is? The process of loosening, understanding, and turning. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called ploughing. You want, you can note down the definition. So what is the meaning of ploughing? The process of loosening and turning the soil is called ploughing. So this ploughing also we can call it as tilling. What we used to call? Tilling. Tilling or ploughing, both are same. So ploughing or tilling of fields is usually done by an implement called as what? Plough. Is an implement called as what? Plough. Means what is the meaning of implement? It is a tool which is we are using a basic tool from ancient. Understanding? Even now also. Now modern machineries and all came. That is all we'll study in detail. But what I'm saying, ploughing. What is the meaning of ploughing? A tilting of fields is done by usually using an implement called as plough. So these ploughs are made up of what? These ploughs are made up of wood or iron. These ploughs are made up of wood or iron. So if you'll go to, it's like what olden days we used to see with the wood, and nowadays if you'll see with the iron, and even present days it is even modified with, we are not even seeing, very rarely we are observing these plows. Now we are tilling or what we can say that, ploughing with the tractors. Correct or not? Now normally these plows are made up of wood or iron, and they have an iron tip for easy penetration into the soil. Understanding? Because they are having a wood handle and all, and the bottom of the pot, I will draw the diagrams also clearly. Bottom part, they are having some kind of iron piece, means iron tip, a very sharp tip. Why it is having that sharp tip? To easily penetrate into the soil and need to break the soil. Understand? So the plows are pulled by a pair of bullocks. Correct or not? I will draw the diagram, everything. So this plow is pulled by a bullocks or by a tractor. Understand? Or by a tractor. So actually the ploughing of small fields is done with the help of animals like bullocks, while a large fields understanding, are plowed by using tractors. Even nowadays, even in India, most even a very small area also, we are also plowing with a tractor soil. So the loosening of soil by plowing is beneficial because of what? Why it is? Why we need to do this plowing or tilling with any kind of bullock or else a tractor? Because the loose soil allows the plant roots to penetrate. Penetrate means going inside. Are you able to understanding? So if you take the loose soil, means our plowing soil, then the plant, suppose imagine this is the plowing soil, everything. So it is a very loose soil. So what is going to happen? If you plant the seed here, sowing the seeds here, then this loose soil allows the plant roots to penetrate freely without any obstacle. These are the roots of the seeds. So plant roots easily can penetrate freely and deeper into the soil so that plants are held more firmly to the ground. Understanding? More firmly to the ground because they won't affect with any kind of fast winds and all, because if the roots are very strong, then it cannot takes place that any kind of damage to the plants. That is why what I can say that the loose soil allows the plant roots to penetrate freely and deeper into the soil. If the soil is very loose, then roots will go very deeper into the soil so that plants are held more firmly to the ground. More firmly to the ground. Are you able to understand it? Like that, you just keep heading for this what? The loosening of soil by plowing is beneficial. Why it is beneficial? The benefits of loosening of soil. You just keep that heading by using what? Plowing or tilling. Okay, that is our heading. So what is the first one? That is the loosening soil allows the plant roots to penetrate freely and deeper into the soil. Penetration means what? Going inside. Understanding? Going inside, penetrating freely and deeper into the soil so that plants are held more firmly to the ground. That is the first point. And the next point is, this is the first point. Next point is, the loose soil allows the roots of plants to breathe easily. Means even when the roots are deeper, understanding, because loose soil can hold a lot of air in its spaces. Lot of air in its spaces. So if the soil is very loose, it is having so many gaps in between the soil particle. So even though the roots are very deeper, this loose soil, understanding, can hold a lot of air in its space. So the roots of plants to breathe easily. To breathe easily. Understanding? Like that, the next point is the loose soil helps in the growth of worms and microbes present in the soil who are friends of the farmers. Understanding? Since they help in, understanding, future turning and loosening the soil. Future turnings and losing the soil. So they also add humus to the soil. Humus to the soil. Who is that? These are is like a earthworm. Example is what? Earthworms. Earthworms and some kind of beetles and all. Those who will eat the soil and will make it fertile. So when the soil is very loose, understanding, it will helps in growing, understanding, growth of worms, we can call different kind of microorganisms, worms, understanding, and different kind of microbes. Those are the friends of the farmer. Those are the friends of the farmer. Friends means what? They are also helping to grow the crops, understanding, healthy. That is why they are called as friends of farmers. The different kind of worms and microbes. So example, earthworms. Understand? So that is, if the soil is loose, they can sustain. They will. It will allow growth of worms and microbes. Like that. Plowing also uproots and buries the weeds, means unwanted plants standing in the field, and thereby suffocates them to death. Are you able to understand? Plowing also uproots and buries the weeds. Means if you plow before planting the seeds, means before sowing, if you start plowing, what is going to happen? Along with the breaking of soil, Understanding? Because our iron tips will penetrate into the soil, and what is going to happen if they will penetrate any kind of weeds? Understand? What is the meaning of weeds? And unwanted plants. Fourth point. That is the fourth point. Unwanted plants will removed, means uproots. They will, roots also will be break by the ploughing. Uproots, understanding, plants uproots, and finally they will become dry. So what is going to happen? We are going to bury it. Will bury it, cut or not? And the weeds, unwanted plants standing in the field, and thereby it will suffocate them to death. Understanding? That suffocates them to death because of ploughing. So if you do the ploughing, it will uproots. It means it will remove the roots, unwanted plants roots from the soil. So it will leads to death. Understanding? Suffocates them to death. Like that. The next point is ploughing, means the loosening and turning of soil during ploughing brings the nutrients rich soil to the top. Understanding? So that the plants can use these nutrients. Are able to understand? If you are ploughing, means the loosening, and what is going to happen if we are also here, not only the loosening, also we are turning the soil, cut or not? If we turn the soil, now what is going to happen? The lower part of the soil, it may contain some kind of essential nutrients to grow the plants, required nutrients for the growing the plants healthy. Now if you are doing this loosening and turning by using a ploughing process, what is going to happen? This soil can rearrange their places, means upper soil can go down and the lower soil will come to up. So what is going to happen? The loosening and turning of soil during ploughing brings the nutrient rich soil to the top, means the nutrient rich soil to the top, so that the plants can use these nutrients. Understanding? So these all are the uses of soil. Understanding? Beneficial, because understand beneficial benefits of ploughing of soil or else tilling of soil. So if the soil is very dry, understanding, it breaks into a large mud, or else we can call it as crumbs. What we used to call crumbs, means a very kind of, it is looking like a big stones. When if the soil is very dry and it break into very large mud crumbs, when during ploughing means if you try to ploughing the soil, when during, if the land is not having enough kind of amount of moisture, means soil water, then it will breaks like a big crumbs. Understanding? The mud crumbs are then broken down by using a soil plant called as crumb crusher. Crumb crusher. Nowadays we are seeing that it is a crumb crusher. Understanding? Which will crush the big crumbs, which is coming out during a ploughing, when the soil is having less water content. Understand? So that is only we can call it as nowadays crusher. Understanding? Crumb crusher, which will try to crush the soil and it will make it like a powder. Understand? So this is about a ploughing, and now we'll study. Understanding? The ploughed soil is quite loose, so it is liable to the carried away by a strong winds or washed away by rainwater. So the removal of topsoil by winds and water is called as soil erosion. Soil erosion. Are able to understanding? So the ploughed soil is leveled by pressing it with a wooden lever, so that the topsoil is not blown away by wind or drained off by water. Are able to understanding? So if you plow the soil, it will become loosening. It will become loosening. Understanding? So what is going to happen if you left it like that after plowing? So what is going to happen? Because of loose, quite loose, so it is liable. Understanding? It is liable to be carried away, means if the soil is ready to go, means from one place to another place, if any kind of strong winds, or any kind of water, means washed away by the rainwater. So this is only the removing of upper layer of soil is called as soil erosion. Correct or not? So if the soil erosion will take place, then the soil is not, that land is not good for the cultivating crops. So after ploughing, we should not remove this loose soil like that. after plowing the soil, it must be leveled. Understanding? It must be leveled by pressing it with a wooden lever. That is only I told you. Wooden lever means which is making that, which will make the loose soil into press and make it is like a plane, which is not allowing for the soil erosion. That is only we can call it as wooden leverer. Understanding? Or else we can take the iron leveler also. Iron leveler also. Leveler. Okay, so that what is going to happen if you do this wooden leveler or iron leveler, if you'll make the soil, understanding, leveled, L-E-V-E-L-L-E-D, leveled. And what is going to happen? Leveled by how we are doing that? By pressing. By pressing. Understanding? What is going to happen? So that the top soil is not blown away by the wind or else by drained off by water. Understanding? So the soil erosion is prevented. Soil erosion is prevented. See, what is it will be, how it will be? Wooden lever or iron lever means it is looking like a, what I can say, that a plane, like imagine like your scale. Understanding? So we'll try to some kind of mission or else our blocks. So we'll try to carry it away like a ploughing action on. So what is going to happen? This is looking like a plane surface, correct or not? So if suppose here I have plowed the soil, so now soil is everything is free. Now I will keep the wooden lever like this, and I will try to by using a bullock, I will try to use to what we can say, the push the lever like this. So what is going to happen? This all the soil will pressed by this lever. Understanding? Leverer. And it is going to happen what? They will become tightly little bit. So what is going to happen? Due to this reaction, soil erosion won't be takes place. That is the importance of lever. Understanding? Levers, wooden levers or iron levers to make the soil leveled to prevent from the soil erosion. Understanding? So the leveling of plowed soil is beneficial. Why we are doing this levelings of soil? Because it is also having the some kind of benefits. Understand? So the first one is the leveling of plowed fields. The leveling of plowed fields by pressing action only. Pressing with what? Wooden leveler or iron leveler. Understanding? Leveler, wooden leveler or iron leveler by pressing prevents the top fertile soil from being carried away by strong winds or washed away by rainwater. That is the first benefit. Understanding? So if we'll do this leveling of plowed fields by pressing, by using what? Wooden leveler or iron leveler, L-E-V-E-L-L-E-R, leveler. So the top fertile soil from being carried away, not carried away by some strong winds or washed away by the rainwater. So that is the first importance of benefits of leveling of soil by pressing. Next, the second point is the leveling of plowed fields helps in the uniform distribution of water in the fields during irrigation. So suppose your field, your agriculture field is having ups and downs, then what is going to happen? Then water will go always towards to the down areas, and the up areas will become dry very quickly. So if you do this leveling, what is going to happen? The water distribution will be equally towards throughout through the soil. Understanding? Then understand? So it is going to the full crop will grow with the equal way. What we can say that everything will grow with the equal kind of nutrients and equal kind of what we can say required nutrients for ours, and everything will go healthy. So if it is ups and downs, what is going to, if it is not leveled, then lower part crops will grow very healthy. Understanding? But in the plants which are grown here will not grow properly, and they will be diseased crops, because they won't get sufficient nutrients through water or something, irrigation or some kind of fertilizers also. That is the reason. Understand? So the leveling of plowed fields helps in the uniform distribution. Uniform distribution of water during what? In the fields during irrigation. Are able to understand? Like that. The next point is the leveling helps in preventing the loss of moisture from the plowed soil. Loss of moisture means if the soil, if we leave it very freely after plowing, then the moisture which is present inside the soil will evaporate very fastly. So if we'll do again immediately the leveling, then the something will be preventing the loss of moisture from the plowed soil. That is the importance of pressing, or else the leveling by using pressing. So these are the three importance of what we can say that leveling of plowed soil. Now, the leveling of plowed soil in the fields is done by using an implement called as leveler. What is the implement? That is leveler, Leveler, leveler. By using the implement, we'll do that. Understanding, leveler. So, the soil leveler is a heavy wooden plank. You remember, it may be a heavy wooden plank, or else it may be a iron plank. So the soil leveler, understanding, leveler can be pulled by bullocks or by a tractor. Understanding, by advanced technology we are using a tractor or else by a bullocks. Are able to understanding? So this is about what? Leveling of soil. Like that. The next one is what? Manuring. What it is? Manuring. So manuring means these are the three stages of preparation of soil. Understand? One is plowing, next one is leveling, now manuring. So manuring means adding manure to the soil. Sir, you have told me that before, like about stages, various stages, that there also manure, adding of manures and fertilizers. Correct or not? See, before going to sowing the seeds, we will add some kind of manures. After, while the crop is growing, then we will add some different kind of nutrients, I mean, like a manures and fertilizers, depend upon the requirement by the crop. Understand? That is why. So before sowing the seeds also, we have to add some kind of manures. Understand? Means the required kind of containing nutrients of manures, which will allow to germinating the seeds. That is why. So manuring means what? Adding manure to the soil. So sometimes manure is added to the soil before plowing itself, to mix, because of to takes place the mixture, means mixing process is easily. So the addition of manure to the soil before plowing helps in the proper mixing of manures with the soil. Are able to understand me? Mixing of manure with the soil. So manure is first transported to the fields immediately. So before, a few kinds of manures must be plowing, adding to the field before plowing. So first manure is transported to the fields. Understanding? It is then spread out in the fields. Understanding? So when this field is plowed, means where we have spread out the manures. So the manure gets mixed in the soil very properly. Understanding? Soil properly. So manure contains many nutrients required for the growth of crop plants. So manuring is done to increase what? Why we are doing this manure? To increase the fertility of the soil. Understanding? Increase the fertility of the soil. Understanding? Before seeds are sown into it. To make the soil fertile, before sown the seeds. So once the soil is plowed, understanding, leveled and manure, now it is ready for the what is the next stage? That is sowing of seeds. So if we'll do these three steps, sowing, it is now our land, our soil is now ready for the sowing of seeds. Understanding? Sowing of seeds. So the soil is watered. After this, what it is? After doing these three steps, we have to do that. The soil is watered before sowing. The soil is completely watered. Means we have to add water. We have to keep the water for the soil for sowing the process. Means to plant the seeds easily. So this is about what? Preparation of soil. Now we will study what are the agriculture implements which we are using for this preparation of soil. Everything in detail. Okay. So now before sowing the seeds, it is necessary to loosen and turn the soil in the fields so as to break it into the size of grains. Understanding means soil must be need to break it into very, very small, understanding, small pieces like a size of grains. Understanding. So the loosening and turning, understanding, of the soil in the fields is done with the help of various agriculture implements, or we can call it as tools. So that is only our topic now. That is what? Agriculture implements. Agriculture implements, or else we can call it as agriculture tools. Next concept is what? Agriculture. Agriculture implements. Understand? So what I'm saying, we have to make it into the size of the soil must be, we have to make it into like a size of grains. So the loosening and turning of the soil in the fields is done with the help of various agriculture tools. So the main agriculture implements used for what? Understand? Tools used for loosening, 1 minute please, loosening and turning the soil are plow, hive and cultivator. What are that? The main agriculture implements or tools which are using to plowing the soil is what? They are plow and hive. They are plow. First one is what? Plow. And the second one is hive. So hive spelling is H-O-E. Understanding? Understand? We used to read as H-E-V. Hive. Understanding? This is like a pronunciation. Understanding? Phonetics we can call. So you used to read as hive. Plow, hive, and the next one is cultivator. Cultivator. So these are the three things, three tools which we are using. Understanding? Which are used for loosening and turning the soil. So now we'll study one by one in detail. So let me comes to first one is what? Plow. So we know that a plow is a very large agriculture implement which is used for plowing or tilling the soil in the fields. This is the very, very large agriculture implement. So the traditional used wooden plow is looking like, understanding, before means the ancient days, olden days, if you'll observe, the traditional plow is looking like, is kind of some kind of handle it is having. Understanding? I will try to draw. You just try to imagine. You can able to see in our areas also. So it is having a completely wooden, everything wooden, and but at the edge it is having a sharp tip of iron. A sharp tip of iron, and it is having handle. Understanding? So it is having handle. So here it is having, what is having here? It is having a one kind of, understanding, wooden beam, you can call it as wooden beam. So what is the use of wooden beam? Wooden beam placed on neck of bullocks. Understanding? Bullocks. This is a plow shaft, we can call it as. This handle which is having here is called as plow shaft. This is looking like, you can see this. This is an ancient one. Understanding? So this is called as plowshare. Plowshare. Understanding? This iron tip. This is iron tip. You remember this. Understanding? Now this is called as what we used to call plow shaft. Plow shaft. It's like a handle. Understanding? Now this is handle. H-A-N-D-L-E means the farmer can hold his hand here. This is the connection between the this kind of plowing share and kind of bullocks is plow shaft. Understanding? This is called as a wooden plow. Wooden plow. I hope I have drawn neatly only. So it will be looking like this. Olden days. Understanding? Nowadays a little bit modifications. The iron plows we are having. Understanding? Like that, if it comes to the hive, now itself I will draw the hive also. So hive, we will study what is the importance of hive. Understand? But it will be looking like a, understand? So it is also looking like a wooden only. You just imagine. So it will be looking like this. It is having also here a beam. It is also having beam. Understand? So here we are having some kind of rod, iron rod to make it fix it. So here we are having a handle. This is called as handle. Understand? But here we are having what? We need to have some kind of understanding iron and tip of iron cut or not, so which is making to plow easily. So that will be looking like this. Understanding? So you just see how I am drawing. So like that only it will be. Understand? So this is, understand, we used to call it as a hive. A hive. And this is what? A wooden plow. Wooden plow. Understand? This is see, this is a horizontal one is called as grip to hold it properly. This is called as handle. So it will be looking like this. Understand? It will be looking like this. Okay. So now we'll study this. This is what I'm saying. If it comes to here, a long understanding. What we used to call a wooden plow consists of a long of wood, which is called as plow shaft. Understanding? This is a long wood which is connecting between the plowshare and blocks is plow shaft. So there is a handle at one end of the plow shaft. Are you able to understanding? There is a handle at one end of the plow shaft. We are having a handle. Understanding? So below the handle is a strong, it's like a triangular iron strip. Is called as plowshare. Triangular iron strip is called as plowshare. Are you able to understanding? What is going to happen? A plow is a large agriculture implement which is used for plowing or tilling the soil in the fields. So the traditional used wooden plow is looking like this. Understanding? So the wooden plow consists of a long of wood which is called plow shaft. What we used to call plow shaft. So there is a handle at one end of the plow shaft, and below the handle is a strong triangle. This is all called as handle. A triangular iron strip called as plowshare, which is using to penetrate into the soil easily. So other end of the plow shaft can be attached to a wooden beam which is fixed at right angles to the plow shaft. Right angles to the plow shaft. Here if you'll observe here, right angles, understanding this is right angles to the plow shaft. Okay, what is going to happen? So the beam is placed over the neck of two bullocks. This beam is placed neck of two bullocks. Understanding? I will understanding bullocks so as to pull the plow easily. Understanding? So the plow is drawn by a pair of bullocks or else any other animals such as buffaloes, camels, etc. When the plow is pulled by bullocks, the farmer holds the handle. Here he will hold the handle of the plow and presses down the handle. Down the means little bit slowly he will try to apply the handle pressure on this handle. So what is going to happen? Due to which the plowshare digs into the soil. This plowshare will digs into the soil and loosens it and turns it. Understanding? Loosens it and turns it. And nowadays we are using an understanding the traditional wooden plow is increasingly understanding being replaced by the iron plow. Iron plow. Understand? This is about what? Plow. So next one is what? Next instrument is what? Next implement is hive. H-O-E, hive. So hive is an agriculture implement or tool which is used for removing weeds. Remember, removing weeds and loosening and turning the soil. Loosening and turning the soil. See, both are looking like the same. Understanding? This is hive which we are using to remove the weeds and loosening and turning the soil. Understand? Hive consists of a long rod of wood or iron. A long rod of wood or iron. So there is a handle having a grip. There is a handle having a grip at one end of the hive. One end of the hive. So a strong, what we can say, that a broad and bent plate of iron is fixed. A broad and bent plate, very strong one. Bent plate is fixed below the handle and acts like a blade. It will acting like a blade. Understand? Like a shaving blade, how we can remove the hair. Like that, it will be removing the weeds. So the other end of the hive has a beam which is put on the neck of bullocks. Neck of bullocks. So the hive is also pulled by animals such as a pair of bullocks. Understanding? So a hive is also a what? It is a kind of modified plow. It is a modified plow. Modified plow. Understanding? So like that, now further modification means generation to generation there is a change in implements also. So the next implement is called as cultivator. Understanding? So cultivator means nowadays you can see that with a tractor we are plowing. That is only called as a tractor driven cultivator, or else we can call it as a tractor driven plow. A tractor driven plow means here animals won't pull the bullock. Understand? By using bullock we are not pulling the plow. By using the tractor we are pulling the plow. That is only called as cultivator. What is the next one is called as cultivator, agriculture implement. Cultivator. Understand? So cultivator means a cultivator is a tractor driven agriculture implement. It is a tractor driven agriculture implement. Understanding? Tractor driven agriculture implement which is used for loosening and turning the soil in the fields very quickly. Means in a less period of time we can plowing the large amount of area. Understand? So a cultivator has many plowshares. It is having, see, our ancient one and old one is having only one plowshare. It is required large time to plow the soil. Understand? But this plowshare, this cultivator is having large amount of so many plowshares. So many plowshares. Even if you'll observe, this is also nowadays two kinds of there. One kind of cultivator is having 9 plowshares and another one is having 5 plowshares. Means this 5 plowshares are a little bit bigger than this 9. So that is why here number is reduced. These are a little bit small, so that is why they are 9. Here it is 5. Understand? Now in present days advanced it is 5 plowshares and a little bit older also it is 9 plowshares in the tractor itself. Okay, so a cultivator has many plowshares which can dig into a considerable area of the soil at the same time, understanding, and loosens it and turns it. So due to this, many fields can be plowed, understanding, or tilled in a short time by using a cultivator. Understanding? So in this way, the use of cultivator saves labor and time. Saves labor and as well as time, because within a short period of time we can dig, we can plow large amount of area. Means at a time every plowshare will dig in equal depth and they can plow easy. So plowing of large fields is done by using tractor driven cultivators. Tractor driven cultivators. So these are even looking like, I think so everybody has seen that picture. I will try to draw, but try to you just imagine the picture. Understand? So it is, the picture is looking like this. Understand? It is having a handle and all for tying the tractor and all. This will be like this, it will be having, and it is having a some kind of, see, I will try to draw this. So it will be looking like this. Understanding? So I hope you may understand. Back and front it will be having. That is why I'm trying to draw that back one very small. Understanding? Front one very big. Because it is 2-dimensional. I cannot draw into 3-dimensional. So it will be looking like this. You can understand it. Understanding? So this is called as a tractor driven cultivator or else a tractor driven plow. You can see in our areas also the tractor, with the tractor wherever they are plowing, you can see like this ones. Understanding? So this is about different kind of implements which we are using to cultivate. Understanding? So these are the three things. So with this, I'm going to end this today's section, and the next class we will study the next various steps in crop production or food production is sowing. What is the second one? Sowing. Now in next class we will study everything in detail about sowing and all, and the methods of sowing and all everything. I'm going to end this today's session. Thank you.